Welcome back, everyone. Your dream job, early retirement, losing weight. It can be very frustrating to have a big goal in life and not achieve it. So what's holding you back? Our life coach, Pat Barone of Catalyst Coaching, is here this week with how to avoid abandoning ourselves on our way to our goals. Is this something you see often?
Yes, it is, and it's so tiny that people don't think about it very often. There's a quote that says, the chief cause of failure is trading what we want most for what we want in the moment. So in those tiny little moments, we can just abandon our goals and give in to impulse.
And you say personal integrity is a huge part of
It's a double whammy because then you don't feel good because you know you've broken your word to yourself. You know, say you want to lose weight or you want to stop drinking, or you have a goal in mind, and then when you back off of it, it doesn't feel good inside. Then we tend to get down on ourselves.
Okay, so you have 5 points you want to make about why it's important to do this and how you can, right? Don't set impossible standards would be number one.
Impossible standards are really easy to set. You know, I'll be cold turkey this, or I'll lose 100 pounds in a few months. It's really easy to set impossible standards. And going to a picnic, for instance, and not eating anything, it's probably not going to happen. So you need to be reasonable.
Know your tipping point.
The tipping point is the point when you start to make those poorer decisions. It's a softening of your goal. And knowing that is very important because the next step is to take a step back from that and set a boundary. So if you notice at 2 glasses of alcohol, you start to make poorer decisions about more alcohol or food or anything else, you know to back off to 1.5 glasses, and that's your boundary. So then you have to defend that boundary, have an out.
Which is your third point.
Yes.
Define what that boundary is before your tipping point.
Absolutely. And then always have an out. Have an excuse ready, have a reason to leave, rehearse it, be comfortable with it. It doesn't have to be elaborate, and you don't ever have to excuse your behavior more than I need to go, or handing your glass to the waiter. But know that point and be able to take a little step off of it.
Which leads us right into our next one, and you kind of went through this, but have an out or an exit point.
Yeah, you always want to have an out, and like I said, you want to have it rehearsed. You want to be comfortable with it.
So what if this is something like, say you have a career goal, right? How does this apply to a career goal? Have an out. What would that
Well,
look
you can
like?
get frustrated, right? You can get frustrated and then back off of your goal. So then you would identify, okay, when do I get frustrated? When does it get hard for me? And let me back off of that feeling. So I never get to that point where I just throw up my hands and say, I can't do this.
I was going to say there are probably a lot of parenting goals that some of us have out there that would be applicable to. And then build on the good feelings that you get
when you notice
success.
Yes, when you notice that you have a success, when you stand up for yourself in the moment, and when you can create that boundary and defend it, notice how you feel, because again, you're in alignment then, you're in a place of integrity. That will feel great. And
But don't celebrate
easily.
Maybe with
No,
I know of a good friend who is on a strict diet, and every time they have a milestone, they go right back to celebrate with some of the things that they're trying to avoid in the first place.
And so celebration.
They get really frustrated with themselves. So
yeah, that's another way that you can back off a goal. But no, you want to celebrate certainly. But the thing is, you want to know what that good feeling is like and build on that.
Oh, some great reminders, Pat. Thank you so much. Best of luck to those of you out there. We've all got goals, so Pat, thanks so much. Appreciate it.